Charles just named the car. What's it called, man?
Oh, I'm gonna try not to laugh. It's called the Coupe De Ville.
The Coupe De Ville.
Missing parts. I could see the gas tank, and I could see the floor.
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
I'm in the upstairs apartment of the Rat Motel, and they were the worst tenants ever.
Welcome back to the Cadillac build. I bought this 62 Cadillac two-door with a 500 cubic inch engine for $3,000 a few weeks ago. We discovered the engine had a crack in the engine block, but we got it running anyway. So in today's episode, we're going to try to unclap the Cadillac by pressure washing it and giving it a good detail, maybe even polishing the paint and seeing if we can really bring back some shine to this classic piece of Americana. So there's all kinds of trim that's missing, but the trunk is slam full of trim and other hardware that I need to complete this project. Parts availability on these is not great, so everything I find in the trunk that's usable is going to save me probably hundreds of dollars. So I'm going to start by unloading the trunk, unloading the interior, and then we can start vacuuming it, blowing it out, and then pressure washing it. So let's get started. The contents of the trunk were heavy and dense with mouse poo, but we did manage to find some important parts like 2 headlights and the cowl chrome and more. Unfortunately, we did discover a fair amount of rot, and we didn't find quite as many parts as we were hoping. Perhaps more will be buried in the cab. Charles just named the car. What's it called, man?
Oh, I'm gonna try not to laugh. It's called the Coupe De Ville.
The Coupe De Ville.
It just hit me like the smell.
All right, man. So I'm gonna say that most of the excavation is complete. We found 90% of the parts we're gonna find. There's some good news, but there's a lot of bad news.
Yeah, missing parts. I could see the gas tank, and I could see the floor. But that's just cosmetic stuff. No big deal.
As you can see, most of the trunk is here. We can take a screwdriver and start poking around and see how much of this flaky rust has good metal and how much of it is going to look like
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese. Thank you. But we're going to move on to cleaning out the cabin space now. We're going to take out the carpet, take out the seats, and kind of do the same treatment. We're still trying to figure out how much of this car is good and how much needs work. The bad news with our interior parts, we have some chrome. I know we're missing a ton of it. The panel that holds the master window switches and the electric power seat switch, which is cool, but that is like all corroded and disgusting and was sitting in rat pee for like 20 years. That's gonna need to get rebuilt or something. We found both door cards. The driver's side one might be savable. The passenger side one, the bottom third of it is just collapsed and terrible. So with that being said, we're going to get moving on the interior and hope it improves from here.
Here's some of that Swiss cheese. We want this trunk looking like American cheese, because, you know.
Solid.
Cadillac.
Yeah. I mean, we can fix all of it.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding parts and then time. So this just means more hours for us, but that's okay, man.
But the body is here.
It is.
It's solid.
Yep.
Other than just a few little pieces.
So this is after the vacuum job. And we're just going to go straight to cutting this carpet out. Unfortunately.
Yeah, did you want to pull the seats?
Ike says just knife around him, man.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll deal with it when I want to throw a new carpet in.
That way we don't have to start pulling interior parts.
Exactly.
Interior parts apart. Sorry.
Yeah, things don't get lost when they stay together.
I mean, we could easily bag and tag it, but we're going to have to, you know, left side, right side, everything's all oriented and whatnot. So, yeah, I think cutting the carpet out isn't a bad idea. We may still have to remove some things, but we'll keep up with it. We don't want to lose anything else.
I got a buddy coming by later this week to help clean this side of the trunk pan, and we might even be able to throw some paint on it, but the trunk is mostly there with the exception of where the battery sat for 20 years. But I'm glad that most of it is here. So let's get to cutting.
Yeah, I don't want any mouse dust getting in my mouth.
All right, here we go. I'm not very amphibious.
It's ambidextrous.
No, I know it is, buddy.
I know, but it was funny.
Hey, try not to breathe.
Yep. Whew. Did you say poop?
No.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
This is one taco you do not want.
Oh boy, and that's after you vacuumed it, man.
Yeah. Then there's insulation we got to get out too.
Yeah, let's yank that too, man. I want to see how much floor is in there. Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
It got bad up front.
That's bad. Looks like you got some over there too.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yep, this is what it is, bud.
But the frame is great. That's the most important part.
That is what's important.
See all this, see this edge right here? See, there's good metal here. When we do the patch panels, they just go over this and under this lip and you weld all the way around this.
Good.
And you just cut all this stuff out. Yeah, if you ever lock the keys in your car, you know, you can just... Got them.
All right, so most of the carpet is out and we are starting to get a good idea of how much work is in front of us, and the answer is a lot. Basically, I mean, the car basically has no floors in it.
It is officially a Flintstone car right now.
Yeah, it is. So this side has been vacuumed. That side has, well, you can't even see it.
Yeah, we
Not
haven't
been
vacuumed. No, but it's still.
But the good news is you can buy floor pans for these cars. So we're gonna vacuum the other side and then tow it out, start pressure washing.
I'm in the upstairs apartment of the Rat Motel, and they were the worst tenants ever.
Oh! Let's pull this thing into the sunlight and get to pressure washing. Oh man, we need about 4,000 more of those. Oh, this thing. Oh! Seats are pretty clean though. Gotta say, it rides like a rides like a dream. Whenever you're ready, bud.
All right.
So we just finished up a Comet and Scotch Pad wash, and I think that made more of a difference than the pressure wash. Cause man, it looks good. Look at this thing, man. There's some white paint there. Well, I had some friends over last night, and we all tag teamed it, and the old Caddy turned out pretty good. Of course, you know, the door bottoms didn't grow back, the grill didn't grow back, but we have a better idea of what all we need to do on this thing.
Absolutely.
And what all is straight and what all is not.
The floors definitely aren't, but we're not going to worry.
Yeah,
about that.
it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
All right, so a couple of weeks have gone by since we finished up cleaning the Cadillac Coupe De Ville, excuse me. And it's a little rougher than we thought around the edges, but it'll be fine. At this point, we really need to decide what's next on the vehicle. We have a lot of irons in the fire right now. I promised I wouldn't sink a ton of money into this car before this truck was done. Charles is working on exhaust. Exhaust, man, on the C10. It is like super duper close, guys, so we're gonna be making an episode on that coming up very soon. Also, if you know what these are, let me know in the comments. Doing some Flowmaster Super 44s as well. So that's coming along well, Long term, I would love to do CTSV engine with air ride on the 62 Caddy. But got to wrap up a couple other things before we do that. We also have a Tillotson T4 go-kart that just came in from between Go Power Sports and Tillotson. This is a killer go-kart, and Cars and Cameras is going racing. So we're going to have a few episodes about that coming up soon as well. So lots of fun stuff going on. I think for now, get the transmission working, see if we can weld up the crack in the 500, put a new drive shaft in it, and drive it as is. And then when it's time to really dig in, new floors, engine, air ride. What's up, dude?
All I have to say about that T4 is like from the great DW. Boogity, boogity, boogie. Let's go racing.
Awesome. Anyway, subscribe to Cars and Cameras. Thank you again for 1 million subscribers, everybody. Catch us out at Mini Mayhem at Busco Beach, October 22nd through the 24th of this year. Get your projects ready. Bring out your mini bikes, your go-karts, your four-wheelers, and come out for a weekend of fun, celebrating 1 million subscribers and riding around. You can RSVP on our Facebook page and find more info there as well. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody, and we will catch you next time. Go to our website, support the channel, pick up some merch. Later. What's up, man? How we doing?
I seem to have lost a foot.
Yeah.
It's like this one, but it's opposite. It's like it's foam. Oh, wait, do you see something?
Oh, I see something moving.
Oh.
Hope you got your tetanus shot.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I got long pants on.